Mexican President Enrique Pena Nieto has delivered his second State of the Nation address. He noted the achievements that his government has made since he took office in December of 2012. CCTV's Frank Contreras joins us now from Mexico City. Frank, security in the wake of the war on drugs, clearly a big concern for people there. Did the president say what his government is doing to control drug-related violence?
Absolutely, Asier. That was high up on the agenda as the president delivered his second State of the Nation address here. Of course, Enrique Pena Nieto, as every other Mexican president, will hold office for 6 consecutive years. So he's heading toward the halfway point next year, right? Of course, as you mentioned, security is always a major issue here in Mexico. National polls indicate that this is one of the top concerns on people's minds. Enrique Pena Nieto says that his government has been taking steps to curb drug-related violence. He cited a number of different sources that indicate, according to the government, that homicides related to organized crime in this country have dropped 12.5% since 2012 when Enrique Pena Nieto took office, Asier. And so he absolutely says that his government is able to bring those homicide numbers down, bring the violence numbers down. But of course, over the weekend, as you'll remember, President also reported that nearly 10,000 people have disappeared during his time in office. And so the situation here still remains difficult at the very least, according to many observers, Asier.
Frank, it also appears the president has been touting his government's efforts to improve the education system.
That's right. One of the major things he came out with in the first months of taking office was to arrest one of the top leaders of Mexico's unionized teachers system here. Of course, she held power for many years, and that situation was contributing to a tremendous amount of corruption within the education system. So upon arresting the leader of Mexico's teachers union, things began to take a different turn. And of course, there were sweeping reforms also put in place there. Among the other reforms that President Enrique Pena Nieto announced, things like telecommunications and the energy reforms, were also sweeping reforms in the education system. Looking at the polls again, this is one of the areas where Mexicans believe that their president is doing a good job, and they also point to the overall situation in their country as being fairly stable, though the economy here, according to Enrique Pena Nieto, in the next coming months will start to grow again. But today we saw new reports coming out from economists suggesting that that probably will not be the case. Now, the Mexican president did make one piece of major news today. He announced that there will be a new international airport constructed here in this capital city. Enrique Pena Nieto says it will become one of the world's largest international airports, with the capacity to have more than 4 times more flights that are taking place right now. The president says that tomorrow, on Wednesday, he'll have more details on that. Asier.
All right. Thank you so much, Frank Contreras, live in Mexico City.